Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Very good morning. Welcome to our Open Learning webinar session, which is getting started with your OpenCred course. So my name is Chandru. Okay, my full name is Balasanta. So my friends here call me Chandru. I'm one of the learning designer at Open Learning. Okay, so one of my daily task is I help clients, subject matter experts like yourself, or anyone who want to create an online course. Then I conduct a training. Sometimes I also create course for them. Okay, so we have a very dedicated learning services team here in Open Learning. So I'm from that department. Um, So beside that, I'm also currently working on developing or developing resources for anyone that want to create a micro credential in Open Learning. Okay, so before we start, I want everyone to introduce yourself in the chat box below. You can type your name and where you come from. Maybe say hi. Don't hesitate to say hi to other participants as well. Okay, not only to us, but also to other participants. Because here, one of the main reason why I organize this webinar series is to bring all the micro credential course creators community together. Okay, so this is our best opportunity. So don't hesitate and to say hi to each other, okay, in the chat box now, right? So I'm gonna give some minute. Let's give like 2 or 3 minutes for the introduction. Okay. Hello, hi Nora, hi Susie. Okay, wow, we have from Nila University. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm staying in Nila as well. The Nila University is around only like 5 minutes from here. And wow, we have a lot of people from different type of universities, and I also hope to see anyone from the independent training companies. Okay, like a trainer, like an independent trainer. Um, Anyone? Hi, Azuraf. Yes. Hi, Isabel. Okay. Yes, from Massa, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, please say hi to each other. If you some accidentally you met your friend here or someone click from your nearest neighborhood, maybe please say hi, but don't go see them now. It's still in lockdown. Okay, so say hi and so from there maybe because later throughout this one of the thing is for few coming months, okay, for few coming months, weeks, you all going to learn together. Okay, so and completing your OpenCred project together. So don't hesitate to say hi. I don't know, maybe you will find your teammates here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start in 1 minute. Okay, after like let's give for like 1 minute. Hi, Kana from International College Kranajaya. Yes. Okay, currently we have around 134 participants. That means I'm currently looking at 134 micro-credential course creator. Okay, and so that means we're gonna have a lot of courses soon. Okay, this is actually very good news. Okay, and well done. So this is actually a first step by joining this webinar, by taking your time, taking the initiative, I can see how committed you are, and we're gonna spend all this 2 hours time in meaningful way. All right. So okay, yes. Okay, later I will explain how this webinar crash and what are the things that you can do after that. But this is actually one of the first series of the 5 webinar series. Okay, and I also developed a course for you to join, and also do it in your own self-pace, which I will help you facilitate. So you're not going to be like horn of learning here. So this is like here we're going to do it, create your OpenCreds like together. Okay, from understand what is OpenCreds until release your OpenCred course in OpenLearning platform, until you start your facilitation. So it's going to be a huge series. Okay, but here we're only going to start with your what understanding about what is OpenCreds. Okay, so if everything okay, we're gonna start now. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen now. Share screen. Yeah. Okay. All right. So one of the things that all right, I hope everyone can see my screen. Okay. So yeah, welcome again to this 2 hours webinar from OpenLearning. Okay. So this webinar actually we want to do something different now. Okay. Because we at OpenLearning we believe in like uh, active learning and social learning. So that's why I want to try something like that, like where I want to mix live session, own self-based session, as well as also facilitated everything together. So provided split it to 5 different session. Okay, so this is a 5 session that I'm split. One is the first session is this is the first session where I'm gonna talk about how to get started with your OpenCred course. So so here we're gonna a little bit talk about what is OpenCreds and what is the OpenCred framework and what is the OpenCred criteria. Like what are the things that you must finalize before you start before you start planning your course. Okay, so all the things, and then you must have this. Number one, it's very important to understand if you want to develop an OpenCred course in OpenLearning. It's very important to understand the OpenCred framework as well as what is the requirement. Okay, without that, it's you even you like creating course, it's very hard for the course to be passed as our OpenCred course. Okay, um so I'm going to a little bit share with it. Don't worry, I will give you time to ask the question. You can ask the question in the Q&A. We have a team ready for you to answer your questions. Okay, so the second session is developing your OpenCred course structure. All right, so nothing will you can't develop your course at OpenLearning platform without planning. So the second session basically about how you plan things like in a piece of document. Okay, so you're gonna prepare. You can finalize some general details. Who's your target learner? Well, who's your? Are you plan to offer a certificate? Then what is the outcome? And then from there, you then also you need to include a couple of OpenCred criteria that we're discussing today in the second session. You're gonna compile and put it everything in the second session, and then you will create your entire course structure. All right, what is a model 1, model 2, model 3, and each model, what is the content and what is the activity and fulfilling the outcomes. So everything. And the third session is building your OpenCreds course on OpenLearning. Okay, this is where we, this is basically the way we, the second session and third session is basically we develop everything we put in the course. So you will do everything in the course itself, which is the course that I'm currently showing, and where I will put the videos, activities for you to do. And then where you do it, if you're stuck, I'll be there to help you, guide you to do that. And we'll come online on the specific time to help you. Then we're going to have a second session webinar, live webinar, where in that session, you only, you can ask me any questions, or if you want to do any specific demo, or you stuck somewhere, you want to do it, and then I will do it. In the same time, I also, if I found something, a very good example from the second session, a very good cost plan, that I will share with you as well. Okay, so we're gonna spend that live session in more meaningful way, like talking Q&A instead of like doing demo and everything. So, all right. The third session also same, which is building OpenCreds course in OpenLearning. So this is basically self-paced and live. All right. So before you attend the third session live webinar, you will go to the course, and then you will watch the video and then create your own OpenCred course. If you're stuck, you can ask the question. You also can ask me. You also can ask the community. Okay, this is the reason why we're gonna have community. This is the community that I want in my research. So the community is here. So we also gonna help each other. All right, and then you also, if you start, you can take the question, and then we're gonna do I will announce the third session date and time when we plan to have it on the announcement section, and then we will meet, and then we will ask questions. We can address some questions, and then we also can take a look at some of the example costs that if anyone already completed the cost design, we can take a look at it, or we can, if anyone stuck with any technical issues, we can address that. Okay, so that's mostly the third session. Okay, building OpenCreds cost. This is basically a technical session, third session. And the fourth session, and the fourth session, basically I'm going to show you live a couple of demo before how to set up the credential, and then you will go to the course into your own OpenCreds. After the session, you can go to your own OpenCreds and set up the credential and share in the course if you already done it. All right. If you're stuck, you can ask the question also in the course, and we will address that in the course itself. The fifth session is also a very short session. It's actually planning engage your audience and market your OpenCreds. It's basically I'm gonna a little bit share some tips how to engage your audience, and also some tips how you can market your OpenCreds. So that also the sessions basically I will share some tips and tricks where in the live webinar, and then what you can do is there's a few things that you need to do after that, and like then you will basically ready to go lah. All right, so I've included in detail what are the things that you will do in this session. Don't worry, later you will join this course. Okay, I will give you some time. Okay, and now hi Mia. So everyone listen to me. Okay, so I will I will show everything here. All right, so later I will give some time to join the course, because if you want to create OpenCreds or joining OpenLearning course, there's a few things you must have. So I will address that as well in the session. All right. So we already have we already addressed all our 5 sessions. Okay, so session 2 until 3, I definitely will share the date and time in the announcement section. Okay, if you free that time, you can join. I'm strongly advise you to join. Take your time. But of course, we also will share the recorded video in the course also. All right. So if you fail, but I strongly advise you to join because I will be online that time. I'll be there live. And if you have anything to ask or anything you want specifically you want me to share, that's the best time. All right. So and also shows a couple of examples, and then that will be great. Okay, to get inspirations. All right. Without ado, let's go to our first first topic. I'm going. Let me open. Okay. Before I was like want to talk about micro-credential OpenCreds. Okay, don't get confused with this all these terms. Okay, if you don't know what is OpenCreds and everything, I will explain that in detail. Okay, all these terms. Okay. Okay, and sorry, forgot to mute my mobile. I think. All right. Okay. So before this, I want to tell you a story. Okay, a beautiful story. Okay, it's a story about a lifelong learner called Ali. All right. Um, Ali is actually in the third year working as an English teacher in a secondary school in Malaysia. Okay. Basically, most of the people here, I think, can can imagine that his story almost like a similar, right? So Ali is currently working as an English teacher in a secondary school in Malaysia. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, his school management instructed him to move all the lesson in online environment. The problem here, Ali never taught any online class and not sure how to approach all these things. Okay, so what if so he set up his own learning goal is to learn how to do that, right? But Ali realized that he just don't want to go to one day workshop, attend like a one-time workshop webinar, and then things and everything. He looking for something where he can find a community where he can do it with the community, reflect with them, share the idea with them, and learn, apply, and then come back and share with them. Okay, what they think. So you want a course. You're looking for something like that. Okay, okay, and then luckily for him, he found a very short 4-hour online course called Technology for Learning, not for the technology sake, good, which is the best thing is if you complete the course, you also be awarded an OpenCreds type of micro-credential. Okay, um, it does now. What Ali can do is Ali can learn and implement what is his learning in the same time. All right, he can leverage whatever online resources he found in that course. At the same time, receive coaching from the facilitator, collaborate with the other educator, like how you guys doing right now, and and ask question and get some peer feedback from about on his work. All right. As Ali learn, okay, he doing the activity in the course and everything, and he also go and apply whatever he learned in this real scenario, like he in the real scenario where he apply it, and also come back and then whatever things he do apply, and whatever lesson plan he develop, whatever thing that he share in the course, everything like discussion, thoughts, the coursework, everything is a learning evidence. Okay, become is learning evidence. So that generated is in online portfolio in OpenLearning. Okay, you probably wonder what is online portfolio. Later I will share you what is online portfolio. Okay, I will share you. So all this evidence beautifully generated in the learning evidence, showcasing is skills. Okay, showcasing that he currently demonstrate the promised competence. Okay, that are in the same time fulfilling the learning outcome lah. So that so the best part is when you do it, after you do it, you also receive a digital badge that he can add and showcase in his portfolio along with his learning evidence, all the evidence that he created throughout the course, that when you do the activity and when you discuss, everything is actually a learning evidence, right? That which also recognized by the professional body. Okay, so throughout the thing, when after Ali complete the course, he also realized his current OpenCreds credential, the course that he just take, also accepted as a part of the Education Technology Professional Pathway Program offered by University Z. So now the best part is he can take this OpenCreds and then you can use this to apply for other more credit program or accredited qualification is that. All right, it's totally dependent. So if you look at this is actually a very good scenario, right? I think most of us can relate to this, especially me. Ali is a lifelong learner. We all are lifelong learner. Okay, and he so this is the thing when you look taking the micro credential, you can see couple of a couple of points there, like you think the cost that you take is a little bit shorter. Okay, very short. Okay, so the micro credential normally short. Okay, very short course, like around 4 hours learning, 10 hours learning or something like that. You also kind of a little bit practical. You also have to be designed in the more practical way. Like people do things, it's generate evidence, and then in the same time, the activity also more socially engaging, more active learning where people discuss, reflect, share, give some peer feedback, learn from the peer feedback, and then apply again, and then think then they reflect. So that is also designed in more practical way. It also must be recognized, right? What's the point if the micro-credential is just not recognized? So you also have to be recognized by any body, like a professional HRDF body, or if it or your university or anything. And if you also must be able to stack and also offer interoperability between other programs. Okay, so when I have this box, this course, and then in the same time, I was going to take other box and then I stack together and then I create a pathway. All right, you also must allow to do that. So the cost that you're designing is actually possible. All this thing I mentioned is possible to do this. All right, so but in order to do this, you must have a certain rules or certain criteria, all right, that allow this thing to happen. Okay, yes, must have a certain your course must fulfill certain criteria, right? Okay, so before that's the criteria that I'm gonna talk is I'm gonna introduce this OpenCreds framework today. All right, what is OpenCreds framework? Okay, please don't confuse with micro-credential and OpenCreds. Okay, OpenCreds is actually OpenLearning brand of micro-credential. There are outside that there's a lot of micro-credential framework. Okay, some university have their own micro-credential framework, which is certain criteria, what the thing that and then some people have their own framework. Some institution I noticed have also developed their own framework. Same thing. OpenLearning recently developed our own OpenCreds micro-credential framework called OpenCreds framework. Okay, so when I use the term called OpenCreds framework, that means I'm talking about the framework. When I use the term like OpenCreds, okay, that means I'm talking about OpenCred course. Okay, the course itself. Okay, here that we call that online course as OpenCred as well. If you develop our micro-credential course, we call it as OpenCred. All right, so don't worry about all this term. When you after you download our framework and then go through it, you will get familiar with this. All right, so the OpenCred framework, we designed this to meet the needs of the Malaysian education sector, industry, and most importantly, the lifelong learner like Ali. All right, so from institution wise, people always asking what benefit that this creating OpenCreds can bring. So actually, there's a quite lot of benefits. Like one thing is it can create your can expand your business strategy, where you can the same time you can generate new revenue, as well as you also can create some sort of new brand awareness, like you're expanding to new business plan. So there's a lot of benefit creating your own micro-credential. So now you don't need to worry. The thing is, now you don't need to worry, hey, I want to create a micro-credential. Should I start from scratch? How am I going to start it? What is the criteria? Okay. If I want to create, what are the resources that I should look for? All right. How is the how the interoperability or stackability, the things, everything is work. So don't, if you having this kind of issue, okay, I have a good news. This is through OpenCreds, most of the thing can be addressed. Okay, all right. So in OpenCreds, we have identified to three different classification. One is pathway OpenCreds, we call it. Okay, here I call it pathway OpenCreds. Okay, pathway OpenCreds is actually aligned to formal qualification level or clear level or clear understanding of level of achievement lah. So successful completion will lead to some sort of formal qualification. One example I can think this like a TWED course, okay, vocational courses, right? So that you, let's say you also can be some sort of pathway OpenCreds. If you want to create some sort of like a vocational micro-credential, then you can park that under pathway or something like that. Okay. Next is credit bearing. Credit bearing, yeah, as name suggests, is actually very straightforward, right? Successful completion of this OpenCreds will earn you credits, all right, for learning in a formal qualification. So the people that, so after the student complete this credit bearing OpenCreds, they will receive some sort of credits, which is, that mean they can compile all the credit together. It will lead to the formal qualification, like how you do it in the normal qualification program. Okay, we call it. Let's say you want to create a credit bearing OpenCreds, then there are a couple of criteria that you need to have. Okay, we will go through everything later. All right. And the third one is industry recognized OpenCred. All right. It's actually a type of OpenCreds, micro-credential, that recognized by industry association. Let's say, for example, HIDF, right? You have, let's say you have a training program, and then your program is recognized by a certain professional body, like accounting body, World Wildlife Fund for training and everything. And then you want to create that. Okay, let's say people, you found out there's a demand for it, and then you want to create an online OpenCreds, then you can choose to design this industry recognized OpenCreds. All right. And so OpenCreds also kind of little bit, it should, the OpenCreds should be small and also very stackable, and it was designed that offer to interoperability between higher education, vocational education, and also the professional learning. Okay, so I have this diagram here, I can show you very clearly. Okay, let's imagine this is an example. So we have like a three OpenCreds here. We have a TWED OpenCreds, we have a professional learning OpenCreds, and we have a higher education type of OpenCreds. Okay. And then sometimes, so let's say TWED OpenCreds is, let's say you created like 10 hours OpenCreds. Okay, you offer 10 hours OpenCreds. That same OpenCreds, you can stack with other OpenCreds, like 10-hour other OpenCreds, and then you also can stack with 4 hours small OpenCreds. So this is all distinct 4 hours, 10 hours, we call it this a learning hour, which is, I will explain, because learning hour, we designed this very nicely. through using a learning hour, so easy for you to stack with other programs. It's like a standardization. When we standardize the certain criteria between different organizations, easy to work with them and create the interoperability. Okay, it's same like how our internet works. Okay, everyone using our internet connection currently using a same IP4, IP6 standard, right? That's why everywhere we go, we can connect. All right, all the some devices already have a standard connection like USB. So that allow people to easily connect, change data and everything. Same thing. So when you have a same standard, easy to work to create interoperability. Okay, or when you use the same standard to create a different course, easy to create a pathway program. So so you can see that we have like you can see there's a very nice interoperability. You can see there's an MQF level certificate level 1, right? This is actually a program. And then you can stack this entire program into this certificate level if you want to. All right. So you also can work together with other professional learning. Hey, you offer this course for 4 hours. Let's work together. You offer this course, and then we create uh, a pathway like a joint program, and then we create some sort of certification program. So you also can expand indirectly you create a new business partner lah, all right? Because other people are good in something. Okay, maybe this institution are very good with communication. This institution are very good with programming. Why don't leverage that? Okay, so so then you can also can see all this interoperability happen very nicely lah, between all these different program. Okay, so mostly I believe 40 is a 1 credit. Okay, yeah, so if you the reason why we choose 4 is a very lowest learning hour is because currently for HRDF, if you want to gain some sort of allowance from for professional learning, 4 is a minimum learning hour. 4. Okay, so that's why we put 4 as a minimum lah. All right, so so this is how one example lah, how you can create the interoperability. All right, OpenCreds also have its own criteria. All right. Okay, so what makes things different than normal online course? People always ask me, I have this online course. What make your OpenCreds different than this? What make it different? Yeah, it is the thing is make this different is the one is most important thing that I'm gonna cover in this session. That's the most important thing that you need to think before you start planning your OpenCreds. But before that, I want to know if anyone already have a topic in mind. So we're gonna launch a small poll. Then we see if so let's give it like a 5 minutes for you to answer the poll. I just want to know if anyone in this participant have already have any topic in mind, because whatever you do before I sharing any open criteria, the first thing you must have a topic in mind. Okay, without that you can't go further. All right, let's start it. Okay, can everyone see the polls? Okay, let's give like everyone. I'm gonna give everyone like 2 minutes to answer this. Don't worry, it's not open-ended, mostly close-ended. It's a single choice question. Oh, host and panelists cannot vote. Okay, that's sad. All right. Thank you for poll, Erica. So let's look at the poll. Okay. So I hope everyone can see my poll result. Okay. So here we have like 39% people already have a topic in mind. 39%. Okay. So all right. And 22% not yet. I'm still researching, exploring. That's good. That means you already start doing it. So, and we have a 39% not yet. I'm new to micro-credential. All right. So don't worry, the 39% new to micro-credential. After this end of this webinar, you're no longer a rookie. Okay, you're already an expert. Okay, already start to make your first step. Okay, so after this, like I say, after end of my 5 sessions, okay, 5 webinar, the live and self-paced session, you can you probably already have your own OpenCreds. Okay, so that's will be great lah. All right, so we don't worry, we will do it together. Okay, along with this learning community. So we already have a for 39% that already have a topic in mind. Okay, so that's amazing. Good job. Okay, and you already so the next thing is you must know is OpenCreds framework. You must download our OpenCred framework and understand the criteria. But before that, I'm not going to share any framework here now. Okay, I'm going to explain. And later, I'm going to give you time and the link for you to download for you to explore at your own. For today, just you can just listen here lah. All right. All right. I'm going to stop this sharing. Okay. All right. So OpenCreds, as mentioned, there are a few type of criteria, all right, which is you need to look for, which is quite very important. You need to finalize this and sort it out this criteria first before you start creating or planning your OpenCreds. Okay. So one of the thing that important thing that you must have is OpenCreds type of learning. Okay. Okay. OpenCreds type of learning. What is OpenCred type of learning? Okay, so we have a 3 type of OpenCreds type of learning, right? One of the thing is professional learning. We call it professional learning, technical and vocational education and training, TWET. Okay, and third is higher education, right? So if you create OpenCreds for your TWET education and that deliver workspace specific skill, then you fall into this category. And sometimes if you create OpenCreds that deliver by a professional provider, like an independent trainer, okay, let's say you're an independent professional trainer from certain body or something like that, membership association or employer or industry, then you fall into this professional learning OpenCreds. The third one is higher education, HE OpenCreds, which is if you created or like a credit bearing or any OpenCred from higher educations. Okay, let's say I think most of the people today participant from higher education, right? And probably you will create your OpenCred for your higher education, and probably you will want to create for own. Okay, so if you OpenCred want to then you create for higher education, then you fall into this category. All right. So that's the type of learning. Finalize this part. Which part your OpenCreds fall into? All right. This is first thing, very easy, right? The second thing, second criteria is actually we call it OpenCred classifications. Okay, this is a term that we use, OpenCred classifications. There are 3 classifications that you need to take a look. Okay, after you decide that, you need to take a look at this classification. The 3 classification, which is I mentioned earlier, same thing, is a pathway, credit bearing, and industry recognized. All right. So if you want to create a credit, if you let's say you OpenCreds, they create carry some sort of credit hours or something like that. that lead towards a formal qualification, then probably this OpenCred is actually part of the credit bearing classification. And if your OpenCreds recognized by a professional body or industry by certain body like HRDF, then it's industry recognized type of OpenCreds. Pathway is like more like OpenCred from accredited service provider, but it will lead to some sort of a formal education. Okay, it's not bearing a credit, but it will lead to the formal education. Sometimes the OpenCreds you create can also fall to these two categories. It can be a pathway and credit bearing at the same time. Okay, so you need to specify how is to that. Okay, so like for example, people taking your OpenCreds will after finish the OpenCred, they will able to join certain professional accredited qualification course, but after they join the course also they can do a credit transfer if they want. If your OpenCred allow that, then you can add both. All right, so it's totally depend how you want to define it. Okay, so remember these three things. Okay, you need to define which part your OpenCred fall into, which classification. Okay, and the third one I want to little bit think is course learning outcome. Very important. You probably heard this word so many times. Course learning outcome. It's very important. You need to specify, you must have or specify your course learning outcomes. What are the course learning outcomes for your OpenCreds? Okay, so there are a couple of things that you need to focus when developing a course outcome. There are couple of criteria you need to look for to create a good quality course learning outcome. I did highlight some of the point. Later, when you enroll in this course, you can do it on your own lah. Okay, don't worry. I will be there to help facilitate as well. You also can discuss with other learners. But important, you must have a course learning outcome. Okay. The fourth one is learning hours. Okay, one of the things you must specify how many hours that your learner, like imagine your learner is like a fresh new learner. Okay, how many hours do your learner will take to achieve the required competency and as well the fulfill the course outcome, right? So you need to calculate that. So there are a few things you need to take consideration when counting the learning hours, like if guided hours, unguided hours. Okay, if you have some sort of like guided hours, like you're there to guide your student, then you need to calculate that as well. You need to include that as well. Unguided, like when student take the course at their own, like self-paced. So you need to calculate how many hours will be take for them to complete this particular activity, how many hours for them to take this watching this video, reading this. You need to take everything in consideration and come up with the learning hour. Give some buffer time as well, because this is online learning, right? Right, so you must have the learning hour. Okay, sorry, learning hours here. Yeah. So in OpenLearning, we specify few learning hours here, like I show you. 4 learning hours, 10 learning hours, 20, 40, 80, 120, and 160. So 140 is actually equal to 1 credit, right? So if you, let's say you need to specify in what category your course, which learning hour your course OpenCred will fall into. The reason why we fix learning hours like this, stack like this, for easy for you to stack later. Remember when I say through OpenCred Course, you can easily create interoperability between other different program, other different type of learning, as well as you can stack with to create a professional pathway. Okay, so in order to do that, you must have a standard learning outcome, so easy for you to calculate and then to create a bigger program lah. So it's better to make sure that whatever OpenCred you create fall into any of this learning hour category. Right, the lowest is actually 4 hours, highest is under 60 hours. Okay, right. The other, okay, what is the next? Yes, evidence of learning. Okay, Evidence of learning is actually one of the, I will say it's one of the most important thing as well. Okay, remember when the story that I just share about Ali? Okay, so Ali, what Ali did, Ali not only joined the course, he participated in the activities, he discussed with his peers, he he complete the activity, generate the learning evidence, share the learning evidence, and then you apply that and then come back and share what really happened after you share. And then that everything, everything you do in that course is actually the evidence, right? So that evidence need to be there in order to show that your learner already fulfilled the promised competency, already showcase the competency as well as fulfill the required learning outcome. Okay, so this evidence must be there. So we have this beautiful online open learning portfolio here in open learning. Later I will show you. After this, I'm gonna a little bit show you how to create an open learning account. And then because if you want to join this course, there's a few requirements you need to do. Then I will show how the portfolio will look like. Whatever evidence that student do, activity the student will generate, the evidence will be stacked in that learning portfolio. Okay, that portfolio, it will showcase the entire all the evidence lah. So beside your credential, the employer or anyone for your learner, yeah, they also can see their work and everything, and then can see where they are, how well they do lah. All right, so that really amazing, because learner also can see the learning evidence, see where they can improve and everything. All right, okay, you need to describe, you need to finalize what type of evidence that you want to see lah for your OpenCreds. All right, so we have done with the learning hours, and then yes, specify number of credit that issue upon successful completion for OpenCreds. Okay, this one we only if you want to create a credit bearing OpenCreds. Okay, remember the 3 OpenCred classification. If you like say you want to create a credit bearing, then you need to specify how many number of credits. Okay, you need to do that because it's a credit bearing OpenCreds, then it must have a credit. So that's also one of the important thing. Then I strongly advise you to double check with your program and then program department and everything, and then you will plan from there lah. And the final criteria is also must align with MQA program or respective accreditation body lah. Okay, for this one only for credit bearing. Okay, so let's say you take this OpenCred from your big course, like a huge course, from your standard full course lah, from which is also from your big qualification program. So this one course you need to unbundle it and then create a very small OpenCreds. So when you do that, whatever the outcome and thing, your course content and everything must align with MQF as well as the program that you taking from that. Okay, so that's actually basically unbundling. I'm not going to go in deeper on that, but maybe in the future we will look at to create some sort of webinar on how to do that. All right. Okay, so this is a criteria. Remember this. This is the criteria. This is thing that you need to think harder, finalize before you even start planning your OpenCreds in a piece of document. Start creating a cost structure and everything. Okay, this is a thing that you think. All right. All right. So now is after you decide all these OpenCreds criteria, then recently what we did is we also like partnered with Accredible recently. Accredible is actually a digital batch service provider. Okay, something very famous, quite famous. So we OpenLearning, we partner with them to create bring shareable and verifiable and shareable digital certificate lah. So if you create an OpenCreds program like MICRO-CREDENTIal with in OpenLearning, we will have access to Accredible as well. So your learner can, you can create a credible badge, you can create a credible credential where the learner can easily share in the Lincoln and everything lah. All right. So that be very, very huge news. This is actually very huge news and also very good huge big. Okay. All right. Finally, the most important thing that I want to little bit talk is if you want after the session, this is a thing that I want you to do is I want you to click this link. Okay, I know I later after you join the course, visit this OpenCred for Malaysia and download our framework. Okay, our framework, which is basically will normally will look like this. Okay, let me show the example. Okay, I hope everyone can see this. Yeah. All right, we look like this. Okay, it has all the important criteria notes there. Please go through it and read it, and if you stuck or anything, if you don't understand certain things, please post your question in our parking lot section. So here I've created this parking lot for you to ask question. Okay, let's say after this session or after this session, let's say you start to go through the OpenCreds yourself and then you start anything, then you can post your, if you want to know more clarification, then post your question in the parking lots. Okay, sometimes I will answer. Okay, sometimes the community also will answer, right? And then you also can visit our OpenCreds marketplace. We have this thing called OpenCred marketplace, okay, which is quite very important huge thing. Okay, so after you create your OpenCreds everything, you can market your OpenCreds here. Okay, so you can see some of the example here lah. Okay, so all these things are OpenCred course, which have its own distinct batch. So you can market in our OpenCred marketplace. But before that, that is the last stage. Okay, I think we are going to explain on the fifth session. Sorry, on fourth session. Okay, how to submit your OpenCred for this OpenCred marketing listing. I will explain that part. But here I'm just showing here. All right, so if you want to take a look at it, if you want to see the example, please go to the site and then take a look at the example, see the landing page. I'm strongly advise you to take a look at the landing page, see what type of information they put in the landing page. All right, and then get some idea that, oh, in the landing page they put the wrong information, and then ask yourself question, why they put that kind of information, why they put all this thing in the landing page. All right, so it will help you to come up with your own OpenCred project later. Okay, so next, okay, this is basically all the OpenCred's main criteria lah. Okay, the rest is I'm going to show you how later. Now we're going to join this course. Okay, I'm going to help you join this uh, OpenCreds, your guide to OpenCred course. Okay, so this course actually, like I say, I put most of the contents here. Okay, so most of the most important contents, everything is here lah. Okay, so before you start joining this course, there's a few things that you must have. But okay, before that, if you have any questions, please post in the thing lah, in our Q&A session. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give like a 1 minute break. Okay, for anyone who quickly want to go for toilet, want to grab a coffee and then come back. It's very important to take a break from screen time. Okay, so let's give like 1 minute break. Okay, then I move on to the second part about showing how to join this course. Okay, I think I have computer. Okay, someone asks, is it the course is free or paid? Totally free. Okay, I'm not gonna charge you anything. Everything I'm sharing here is free of charge. Okay, even OpenCreds framework is also free of charge. Okay, uh, everything you uh, so don't worry, we're not going to charge you any money. Okay, except there's a if you want to create a course, then there's a few things. OpenCreds, there's a few things you must have lah. Okay. All right. Is everyone here? Okay. Can we move on to the most important part? Is how to join the OpenCred course. Okay, so joining this OpenCred course is kind of very simple. Okay, before joining, let me show a little bit overview of our this course that I'm currently developing here for you. Okay, this course called Your Guide to OpenCreds. Okay, so this is basically if you're familiar with OpenLearning course, then you probably know how to navigate this course lah. All right, but if let's say this is the first time you take a look at the OpenLearning course, or this is the first time you join any of OpenLearning webinar, and then there's a few things that I can share today lah. So one thing is in this course is actually like I mentioned earlier, I split to 5 sessions. Okay, currently the session 1 is already online. Okay, if you click in the left panel here, if you click session 1, there are 4 pages here for you to do, 4 pages for you to access, and all the 4 pages also have the content, and also the final page your OpenCred course has its activity. All right, don't worry, you don't need to do activity today. Activity you can do it at your own pace, where I'll take a look and facilitate in my free time lah. Okay, so you don't need to worry but about the doing now or submitting today. Okay, it's the way the course is created basically like self-paced. And then we have our announcement section here in the top. Please take a look at the announcement section as well, because later in the end, we will share some date and time things. The reason why I want to bring all the community in this one single course, because it's easy for us to collaborate and create a community, find some team member, find some working partner. Okay, we will find, I don't know, we will find a business partner here, right? So we want to work together and sort together to solve the problem lah, if you face any. So in the announcement section, I will share the second session, third session, fourth session, the respective session date and time when we plan to have it, and then we will share the time. And don't worry if you miss it, I will still share the recording in the course itself. You can still watch it and join lah. Okay. Then we have a parking lot here for you to ask questions. All right. And after you join the course, directly go to the welcome page and quickly participate in the icebreaker and the introduction activity and start say hi to everyone. Then you can start you can do the session 1 activities lah when you have a free time. Okay. So this is basically the total cost. Okay. So take a look at this, your progress bar as well. All right, this is your cost progress bar. If you click it, and then you will show your where you at your cost level. Okay, so it's important to take a look at this one. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, so next is I'm going to show you how to join the course. Okay, before joining an OpenLearning course, or create a course in OpenLearning, yeah. All right. You must have a few things. You must prepare a few things. Number 1, you must have an OpenLearning account. Okay, that's the most important part. Have an OpenLearning account. With this one single account, You can join in any course, any OpenLearning course as a learner, as well as you also can create a course, but you must have a something called a educator license, which I explained it after this. Okay, so number one, remember, you must have an OpenLearning account. Okay, creating an OpenLearning account is very easy, very straightforward. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create one. Okay, if you, let's say this is the first time, it's very simple, straightforward process. Okay, okay, go to the openlearning.com. First, open any browser that you're familiar with. I'm strongly advise you Google Chrome. Second is Firefox. So the reason why I recommend Google Chrome is because the Chrome technology is actually using a very latest web technologies. Okay, and so do our OpenLearning system. So that's why I prefer Google Chrome. Second, if you have a Firefox, you can use Firefox. Click openlearning.com in the top, and then click sign up here button here, this one, right? Then type in your email, password, your full name, and then tick these two things, and then simple verification, say I'm not a robot, and get started. There are a few requirements. When you create a password, you need to make sure that your password is strong, right? You must make sure that at least you have one capital letter, one symbol, and one small letter. Okay, and as well mixed with numbers. So that's the basic requirement. But if not, it won't allow you to proceed. Okay, make sure you have a very strong password. Okay. Okay. And then after you join the course, it will basically normally look like this. Let me open my other account, my student account. Yeah. Okay. It will basically, after login, it will normally look like this, right? Where in the top right, you will see these icons, where each icon has its own feature. Okay. If you click this profile picture icon, then it have a couple of sub setting, and this one, we call it a course list icon. Okay, if you click this balloon icon, it will show all the courses that you join as a student as well as you create lah. Okay, look at me, I'm actually joining a lot of courses, but most of the courses I'm the one that I create. Okay, and if you click this bell icon, that's actually a notification. So if someone issue a badge, if you issue a badge, someone do some announcement in the blog, you give some sort of like notification here lah. See, I just I issue myself a certificate. Okay. All right. And then if you click this present icon, it will show a couple of latest update that we currently have lah in the course. If you look at it, we currently release a new feature called page template. Very useful, very amazing thing. I will share about this during our third session when you create OpenLearning course at the platform. Okay, about page template. But if you want to go and play at your own, please go ahead. Okay, and there you go. All right. So if you click this part, this is where if you click my profile, it will open our OpenLearning portfolio. Remember, I will stretch out our OpenLearning portfolio throughout the session. So this is how this looks like. If you create an OpenLearning account, or if you have an OpenLearning account, you automatically have this feature. Okay, it's already embedded, this one. So here, what you can do is you can like put your profile picture, your name, and then some about me section, and put some filling, some details lah here. And then if you click this copy link share, this one link you can share with anyone in the world, your portfolio. So this part is about me. If you click portfolio section, this is where it's a very important part. Okay, this is where anyone or people that you share can see your learning evidence. Okay, so when you participate in OpenLearning activity courses, some courses like created an open-ended, right? When you participate, when you submit something, when you contribute something, it will come and pop up in the OpenLearning online portfolio. So this is the evidence that's showing that I have completed certain tasks, my projects, and everything lah. All right. So you speak more louder than just my certificate or digital badge. Okay. Yeah, that is so important. But this one is so for me, this is also quite very important lah. Okay. So this is my collection of my learning evidence. Okay. So then you can see if you click community, this is my learning community. Okay, people that I learn together, and some of the list of the courses that I join as a student. Okay, this is the courses. All right, and credential. If you click credential, this is where showcase. This is a list of the certificate that I received after I complete some courses. Okay, you can see I completed some courses. I can download the credential if I want to, right? And everything lah. So this is a badge for one of the course. So if I click view credential, I show some details lah. Okay, where the thing. Okay, this is you can see when I click this is actually issued by Accredible, the one that I mentioned. So when I receive this badge, when I click it, it lead to this one. Okay, OpenLearning community builder I successfully completed. Okay, all right. So people can verify, people can share the achievement, all this amazing thing that people can do with this. And this is like our achievement badge. I received 2 Superman and something. Okay, yeah. Okay, and so people can share with this with everyone lah. All right, so the blog section is if let's say I want to write something about the project, everything I can write out in the blog. Okay, I think I should write something. All right, so let's say you have a student that do some project outside the OpenLearning course, they can write down about that in the blog. So everything will be in one portfolio. So this is my blog. Okay, something like that. Okay, so and then basically this is how you create your OpenLearning account. And after you create account, directly go to my profile, add some information there. All right, and after you add some beautify your profile, then make sure you go to the account setting and make sure that all the thing is okay lah for you. All right. So this is creating OpenLearning account. The second thing I want to highlight here is after you create your OpenLearning account, you need to verify your account. Okay, to say that this account that you create using your email is really belong to you. Okay, so the verification slide, I think most of the online platform there you need to do verification, right? So after you create an account, the email will be sent to your inbox. Go check your inbox. Sometimes please double check your junk as well. Okay, sometimes go there. Okay, or spam, and double check all this thing, and then click the link, given link, and then you will verify. Okay, if you let's say, oh, I go there, I couldn't find the email and everything, so you will find a very small button here. Okay, like say recent verification email. Okay, very small red color button. Click that button and you will send the email again. Okay, then after you verify, and then come back to the setting, and if we stay verified, then you are okay, ready. This verification process is very important later when you want to create your own OpenLearning courses or OpenCreds. Okay, in OpenLearning, it's very important. Okay, all right. The third one is you must have a thing is actually what we call educator license. Okay, actually to join to any course as a learner, like today you're gonna join in my course as a learner, right? Not as a creator, as a learner. You don't need to have this educator license. Educator license only for the people that want to join the want to create a course lah. All right, so it's actually very important to have that. Okay, so we have a couple of plans that are already available in the OpenLearning. So one, we have a personal plan, all right, and then we have a small and medium enterprise plan, institution plan, and all this plan. We also, for personal plan, let's say you don't have an educator license and you want to just test it out, create some course and see, we do have a 30-day free trial, right? 30-day free trial where you can click and then you will activate for 30 days, but you still must have a credit card lah, right? And you need to put that and then you activate it. What you can do is before your trial finish, if you unsubscribe, you won't be charged. Okay, so I'm strongly advise you to go for this 30-day trial during our third session, because only in that third session I'm going to show you how to create the content inside the platform. If you want to learn how to do this, activate your 30-day trial on the session. But let's say you already have an educator license, okay, that already given by you. Let's say you already purchased before this, some license are given by your institutions, then you don't need to worry about this thing. Okay, so how you gonna see if I already have a license or not? Is easy way. Click this icon, the small profile icon in the top right. Click manage subscription. Okay, so you will see your subscription status here. Currently, I'm not subscribed to OpenLearning Educator license. That's why I say no subscription. But if you subscribe, it will show thing. And if you want to unsubscribe, then you can do it here as well before your trial end. Okay, this is a very important part lah. But if you want to learn more, let's say, hey, I want to know about this person plan. I want to know more about this educator license plan. Can I have some sort of a thing? Then what you can do is if you go down in this, if you take a look at this, we have a very beautiful lady here, and then hello, I'm from OpenLearning, and then you can type your question here as well. All right, or you can in the end of the session, we will share some poll where you can share your detail there as well. All right, if you want to have like a personal session with our marketing sales team and everything, right? But if let's say you just want to have a quick session, you also can type your question here as well. All right. Okay. So that's pretty much for creating an OpenLearning account. Number one, verify your OpenLearning account, and third, have an educator license. I strongly advise, like I mentioned, until we come to the third session, until you start creating your OpenLearning account, you don't need to activate your 30-day trial. But if you already have an educator license, then that's also good. Okay. But I totally leave the options to you lah. All right. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you some time to create your own OpenLearning account, and then we're gonna share the link in the chat box. Okay, this OpenLearning account. So join this after you create your OpenLearning account and join this course lah. So we're gonna give like 10 minutes for you to do that. Okay. In meanwhile, people who want to take a break from the screen time, please go ahead. Okay. And after that, I will have some tasks for you to do in your own time. I will share what are the things that you have to do next, okay, after you join the course. Okay, we will go through that together, but we will do it. Okay. Yeah. Hold on, I'm sharing. Okay, so I'll give you 10 minutes for you. Please create your OpenLearning account if you don't have. You can verify later after join the course also can. All right. Then after you create, after you join the course, then you can share in the comments chat box that you already done or not. If you're having any problem creating a account or anything, please share with us so we can help you better. Okay, I share again the link. Yeah. Okay, so that's the link I share in the chat box. Okay, so you can click the link and quickly join the course. Okay, yeah, we also have shared by Mashita. Okay, so after you click the course, it will lead to your landing page. There's something called a landing page. Then you need to click enroll button to join the course. Okay, remember this word landing page. It's gonna be very important later. Let's give like 10 minutes. Okay, in meanwhile, people that want to go for break, want to go toilet break, want to take some screen time, do some exercise, get up from your chair, do some walk, right? Can do that. Okay, because it's very important. Yeah, Manager, please share your email in the chat box. Maybe we can check for you. Wow, we already have a first community in the course. Patricia, okay, welcome. Okay, yeah. Okay, we hope a lot of people don't keep it yourself. If you have a colleague that failed, didn't join this session, want to create OpenCreds, please share with them as well. Okay, this is totally free. Don't waste it. I hope to have all the community people that want to create OpenCreds come together here, right? And then together, let's create something great. Micro-credential, maybe you want to do some, and then we can share, and then you can do something about it, because creating a micro-credential also skill. You don't need to, like, even don't want to release it later, but you want to learn for the sake of the learning, want to get some skills and everything, also can, no problem. But the best way to gain something, the best way to learn something is by doing it. So not by listening. Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah, but we all come together and we all doing things, we all share, discuss, and give some peer feedback, then we will be, the knowledge will be like embedded too deeply lah. That's how I see it. So this is the same experience. So maybe you want to give a learner letter for your OpenCreds learner. Okay, something that you need to keep in mind how you learn today, uh, throughout this all the session, is the same thing that probably you also want your learner to experience. Okay, so that's a thing that you must also take consideration lah. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna give like 2 minutes, okay, for everyone to do it. Okay, the rest of the people, okay, if you like having issue, please at least bookmark the link. Okay, at least bookmark the link, save the link in your browser, Okay, if you're facing any issue, let's say want to create facing any issue with the account creation, at least bookmark the link first. And later, after you create your account and then verifying it, and then you can join the course. Yes, when you share your email, make sure you click to hosts and panelists only, so we can take a look at it and help you. Okay. Yeah, people. People asking, do have a certificate for this program? No, we currently don't offer any certificate, but I can say I offer something far more better than that, is a learning evidence. So throughout the project, when you complete our activities and everything, you will generate a learning evidence, which we showcase in your open learning portfolio. All right. So that will be something really also awesome. Okay. But for certificate, we have no plan to offer lah. So for now. Okay. All right. Everyone done? Okay. I hope everyone already joined the course. Okay. Let's see how many people already joined. Okay. I calculate today we have like 150 learners. Okay, so we already have a 53 learners in the course. We're still missing 100. Okay, so it's okay. Wow, we already have some comments. Okay, that's amazing, amazing. That's very well done. I can see how active you are. So that's the thing that I really want. So we already have a 53. I hope everyone rests 100%. Please sign up first, create an account and join the course. Okay. Don't worry about the educator license. Please don't worry about the educator license. You can go through our educator license in your own. Go to our support page and learn more about educator license. If you want to learn more, there's a chat box there with our where you can comment, chat with our sales representative. Okay, and if you want to have like a session with us, with our team, like with our sales team, I want to learn more about the uh, institution package and everything, please drop us an email. Okay, so we will happy to get in touch with you. Okay, now I think we already have like 53 people. Okay, yes, Evelyn, please click the link to join the course. Okay, you need to click the link, but first you must create an open learning account. Okay, to create the course. All right, let's move on to the session. Final session, which is what you're gonna do next. Okay, coming weeks. All right. So there's a few things that I want you to do. Okay, let me share my screen here back again. Strangely, I can't find my share screen. Okay. All right. Okay. So I hope everyone can see my screen. All right. Okay. All right. So now, after joining this course, remember when earlier I mentioned I created this program like live, off live, and then some session are live, some session like self-paced, but also with the facilitator help you facilitate facilitate the session lah. So there's a few things you need to do at your own lah. So I'm gonna give you some time to do for you to do this. All right. The first thing is after you join the course, you will basically will look like this lah. Right. You basically will look like this. Don't forget to participate in this ice breaking activity. Some of you already done it. Fantastic job, amazing. See how in this is this showing how in committed you are. Okay, this is commitment, this active. I want to see it toward this end of the session. Please say hi, and then after that please go through these 2 pages like navigating and where we headed. Okay, and then finally there's a few things that if you take a look at the few things that you want, I want you to go through the OpenCreds and micro-credential page again, and then download our framework and read it, go through it. Okay, go through it, understand all the criteria that I mentioned. What is the criteria? And then try to understand it. If you're stuck, you can ask the question in the parking lot. The second is we have like let's say you create this OpenCred for your organization, everything. You need to have come up with some strategy or some team members if you create for your organization. But if let's say you create for alone, like say you're a professional solo trainer, then it's good to have a strategy, but you probably do it mostly alone lah. So here I have this very nice 1-hour video. Yeah, I put it this actually in this video Nadia, our OpenCreds consultant, share some of the OpenCreds basic as well micro-credential basic. Then what are the things that you can do before you start creating your OpenCreds? Okay, so what are the strategy, the action plan you can work on lah. So if you want to contact, if you have a question about this, if you want to have know more about this, you also can contact Nadia lah, right, in this email that I provided, right? So that's the second thing I want you to do. And the third one is, sorry, I want you to go to this page and check the demand of your course idea. All right. This is actually also very important part. It's very important, I will say, to check if your topic that you want to develop have demand or not in the market. Because one of the, according to the micro-credential produced by Malaysian Qualification Agency, okay, the guideline of good practice. They take a lot of resources and hello.
Hi, Chandru. Yes, you're back.
Okay, I'm back.
Yes.
Yeah, back. I think I break for a while. Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm using home wireless. Okay. All right. So okay, let's go back to where we left off. All right. So the checking the demand of your topic is very important because it's one of the most important requirement in the guideline of good practices for micro-credential produced by Malaysian Qualification Agency, MQA. Right. So
can you help to share your screen again?
Oh, okay. The screen is break. Okay, sorry.
Okay, thanks, Chandru.
All right. Okay, yes. So it's kind of very important to check the demand. Okay, so don't worry if you don't know how to do that. Okay, so here in OpenLearning, so we have come up with 5 techniques that you can use to validate your ideas. Okay, 5 techniques. Okay, so there's a few things you can do. One is a keyword research, one is social listening, competitive analysis, asking for opinion in social media, pre-selling, and all these things. So click this button where it will lead to the step-by-step guide lah. So take your time and do that. All right. And after you try our method, please share how it's go. We want to hear your opinion. How it went well? Did you find out something useful? Is your course got demand or not? Yeah. Okay, if not, what are you gonna do next? So all the things you can share. Yeah. Okay. There's no wrong and right answer. Okay. So this is very important to check demand of your course. Please do this, and because it will help you to save a lot of your time, money, and also time of your resource, your money of your institution lah. Okay, all right. So after that, there's our final activity. Please click this one to this final page where called OpenCred Course. Okay, this is actually I have developed a couple of series of activity for you to think and share with me. All right. So remember the OpenCred criteria that I mentioned earlier. The most important part, okay, that you need to have, you need to think, you need to finalize before you go to the course planning. Even you start everything lah, like assembling resources and everything. So this is kind of little bit very important to finalize this thing. So take your time to go through all these instructions, type of learning, and then wow, we already have one person. How do you start doing? I'm so proud of this learning community. Okay, so we complete this. Okay, so each of them have its each of the criteria I develop instruction for you to do and share. So after you share, don't worry if you make a mistake. All right, don't worry if there's no wrong or right answer. Yeah, so this is where we will come together. I will come later and check your polls, and then if you, let's say, then we'll guide you better lah, ask question for you, then you can come out with your required details. Okay, so it's very important to this. I want you to complete all these things, finalize all this detail before you come to the second session, before you start the second session. We will announce this when the second session going to start later in the announcement section. But even let's say the session already come live, second session already live, if you didn't complete this part, please do this first. Complete this and finalize everything, and then only you go for second session. They are step by step. Okay, this is the thing I want you to do next lah in your own time. All right. So remember the call to action thing. Download the OpenCred framework and go through it. Watch a video from Nadia. Okay, where she explained a couple of strategy and everything. Check the demand of your course topic. All right, see if got demand or not. And then if you got demand, you want to proceed, then make sure you prepare all these criteria, finalize all these criteria. Then it's very important. All right. If you ever stuck, please park your question in the parking lot. All right. Okay. Okay. Any question before? Okay, that's a thing. Okay. Before end of the session, I will maybe we can share some poll from team. Okay, any question? Oh, so far no questions. Okay, all the questions. So don't worry if you have any question. If you, let's say you don't have any question now, you can still park it in the parking lot later. But the rest of you who haven't joined the course, please join the course. Okay. If you I strongly advise you to bookmark the page first. If you're having any issue creating an account, sort it out that first, then join the course. Okay. All right. Any question so far from your anything? Yes, joining OpenLearning account and creating a joining this course, this OpenCred guide course is totally free. Okay, you don't need to pay anything. Okay, high probably you only need to spend money on an educator license. Okay, but then also we have a 30-day cost free trial. Okay, that is really amazing. Okay, so where you can still practice whatever you think you learn. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, so if you have no questions, what we can do is we can launch the second poll. Before you go, we have a second polls coming. Okay. Okay, I want everyone to participate in the poll before we end the session. May I know where to access the framework? The link is in the course, in the first page of the course. Okay, so if you already joined the course, so there, the link is already there. Okay. But you also can access the same link in our OpenLearning main page if you go to our footer section. Okay. All right. Is it poll already launched? Okay. Let's take a look at the poll. Okay. Okay, wait. I'm trying to launch a poll here. Okay, give some time. Okay, give some time to wait. We are having some technical issue here. Yes. All right. The poll is already online. Okay. I hope everyone can already can see the poll. Okay. It's a very simple, straightforward questions. Okay. Take a moment, like a 1 minute to answer this one, and then you are ready to go. Okay, so before you go, make sure you already bookmark the course link. Okay, and join the course and come and say hi to me there. All right. So later I will share the recorded video of this session. I will the recording in the course itself. Okay, I will share that. Okay, so if you have a click that really interested to create OpenCreds or micro-credential OpenLearning, and they want to join the community, so they can still watch the recorded question and join the course. It's totally free. Okay. Okay, thank you everyone. The framework link guideline. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna share this one. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll now. I hope everyone already answered. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you so much for this session. Thank you for joining this session. Okay, I hope I help you with this first session. This is the first step you take towards your OpenCreds micro-credential journey. Okay, this is the first important step. I would say this is the most important step, finalizing that OpenCred criteria. Okay, that's the thing. And then the next is will be very easy for you. Okay, so let's come together in this course as a one community and get this thing done. All right. So for everyone, yeah, I will share the recording in the course. Okay, in this OpenCred course guide. Okay, I will share that. Okay, and also keep an eye in the announcement section. All right, and where I will share the latest next date and time for session 2. Okay. So when the session 2 modules are ready, I will release it and also I will announce in the announcement section. Okay, thank you everyone for joining this one. Well, we finish it early. Okay, yes everyone, please stay safe, stay home. Okay, don't go outside. Uh, um, make sure you stay safe. Okay, thank you, Chandru. Hi, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you, Anis. All right, so I will end the session sharp at 11:50. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Aziz.